everyone, welcome back to another Star Stable video. Today, this is gonna be posted a bit later, or uploaded, but I'm recording it just the day after, and I forgot to tell you another update that happened yesterday, and it is apparently more sounds to our horses, so I don't know, I'm trying to like, find out what it is actually. But I can't tell. Is it like, I don't know, is it, well, this was before, right? I don't get it. I think this was before. Oh, I don't know if that was. And yes, I did not even go to my home stable. I'm not gonna check with food, but yeah, I always love our starter horses. They're so cute. Look at them. Anyways, that's pretty much it. I forgot to tell that, but I don't know what it actually is. So I'm gonna go and continue the quest. Hopefully, I'll have stuff to do, and it won't be like 2 dialogues and then just like, oh, come back tomorrow. That would be sad, honestly, but let's go and check it out. Alright, we're back where we left off. Let's see. We have plenty more to discuss, but that will come in due time. For now, let us focus on our next steps. Okay, I was a bit scared. That was like the tomorrow thing. So, the all-important question, how do we find Vala? By the way, I do see the game, but it's like so light again outside. It's sunny, and it's going through this window directly into my monitor, so I can't really see much. The Vala has been said to reside in Devil's Gap for eons? Yeah, eons, I think. There's no way we can pry open the gates in Jarlheim, but and not with all the people walking around, but maybe there's a hidden entrance by Maya's farm, right, Alex? There's only one way to find out. Let's go there. My dears, one does not simply walk into Devil's Gap. Oh, so that's the quest. Alright, well, I'm not that behind, am I? As apathetic as they may seem, the Vala will do anything in their power to protect what is theirs. Devil's Gap is warded by centuries of spells interwoven like the web of a spider. Circumventing them would be nigh impossible. I'm so confused. So what do we do? Sit here and read until we stumble across another way to get to them? That's exactly what we'll do, more or less. More reading? You've gotta be kidding me. Not just reading, dearies, we will be researching and making what I hope to be great discoveries. Besides, you have had a long and arduous journey to get here. Now is a good time to rest up. Miss Holtzford is right. We need all the energy we can get before we come face to face with the Vala. And what better way to rest than reading? In fact, the research I have already begun may lead us onto the correct path to finding a way to them. Really? Can you show us what you found? Show you? Why, I can do more than show you. I can read straight from the source. This is from some notes written by my famous ancestor, Mississippi Jones. Oh! I recognize that scrawling hand anywhere. You may have encountered the name before, yes? Mississippi story. I want to hear a Mississippi story. Of course, little bee. I'll read you the story. Hidden in the depths of this very library below the main stacks awaits a mysterious vault sealed since Roman times. Only reason to discover the doors had been covered over by roots that sealed them like a protective cocoon. The vault is believed to hold artifacts from the Romans' time on Yorick. Wow, ancient Roman doors in this very library? This place is older than I imagined. Yes, my dear, Fort Maria is built upon generations of structures, each seeking to utilize the vantage point it holds. Oh my. Now as for what comes next, alas, I do not know. Our progress has been delayed by the Dark Rider Jessica, and the Vala which scattered my once neatly organized research. Putting together the pieces will take time, as I look for what's here and what's missing. That's where you Soul Riders can help. Keep checking back in to see how you can help me. I can't tell how long it will take, but I promise you, it won't be months or years. Wait, what? Wait, that was it? That was a story? But I want to hear how it ends, Granny. Tell us how it ends. How does this story end? That is a good question. Linda, perhaps you can take this one. What do you think? The Soul Riders save Yorick from the forces of evil. Meteor breaks in and eats Mrs. Holtzford's research papers. The Vala, which returns with a vengeance. Well said, Linda. We won't let the Dark Riders darken the light that shines over Yorick, or the Vala, for that matter. It's like the book you quoted said, Beatrix. Alone we are strong, together unstoppable. My dears, we will all do what we can, and on that note, I believe I should begin. For you all, it is time to rest. Is this literally like tomorrow? But this is not goodbye. No, I will need you all back here very soon. There is much research to conduct, dearies. Do not stray too far from the depths of the Fort Maria Library. Farewell. I think I can continue with the story snacks. I think that's where the story snacks come. But the library is so pretty. My goodness, so sunny. I'm looking for rain because it was raining like just a few minutes before. Okay, I think this is like the end of the quest I just did. Like yesterday. For me yesterday though. Or well, I should say last time for you guys. And then I think the story snacks begin now. Trees have feelings too. Now, this is the story snack. So I'll do this one. Oh, let me rub the dust from my eyes and get a good look at you, my dearies. Is everyone healthy and safe? We sure are, Mrs. Holtzford. Do you have any news? Yes, it's about the primeval trees, also called life wardens. I deciphered some garbled old text scrawled in spidery handwriting. The author of this paper observed that most primeval trees had fallen into slumber and believed that they should be awakened in order to hasten the rebirth of Aideen. Apparently, other primeval trees did not fare so well. I'm paraphrasing here. Some tree roots have become unwittingly entangled with Garnuk's tendrils and have turned truly malevolent. Corrupted primal trees can oft be purified by the keepers of Aideen, but should those efforts fail, the trees should be felled. Furthermore, according to this unknown writer, of old primeval trees have a tendency to fly into a rage if they feel that they have been tricked by humans. False minds and the fury of a primal tree certainly does not go unnoticed. Wait, how many primal trees are there? And who would try to trick a tree? I've long suspected that there are a good number of primal trees we are unaware of. Yorick flourished under their protection long before they were exploited as a resource for building materials. I suppose that's one way to trick a tree. Also, according to these old writings, some witches have entered a covenant with the primal trees in order to strengthen their own magical powers. Whether or not this was beneficial to the trees is unknown, as it seems that both good and evil witches have drawn magical energy from the trees with varying results. What do you think of this, Linda? Trees should be felled? What does that mean? Those moving tree roots definitely look like creepy squiggly arms. I would never trick a tree. What does it mean? I've heard that word before. It means they should be chopped down. That's terrible, chopping down a primeval tree. We'll have a task for the future, locating all the primeval trees and healing any that have been blighted by evil. By all the green grass and Yorick, I hope never to see one felled again. Well, I just hope never to see a life warden that cannot be saved. I'll get back to my research, but Trix, please find a good book for our tea time reading. You kids run off and have some fun. I'll get a message to you when I've got some new information. Goodbye, dearies. Oh, so that was like a story snack. Okay, it's very, very short, just like a little update. So I'm gonna do the other one. Galloper Thompson kept a diary. Yes! I love how this is the main quest thing. It always felt like it. Hello there. Would you believe I found a scrap of a journal entry that I believe was written by Galloper Thompson himself? I will have it authenticated by an archaeologist, but I'm 99% sure it is genuinely his writing. Please read it to us. There I was, abandoned by all my men, left to do the work that I'm sure will rain misfortune down upon all of us. Curse the Jarl. His tone sounds bitter, don't you think? His tone sounds bitter, don't you think? It was mighty hard labor to go at the stones. Good thing I had my splitting maul from Magnus, infused as it is with his special power. Magnus Steiner, that's a name you soul riders are familiar with. And when one finally cracked under a ferocious blow, a woman, or I think it was a woman, did appear unto me. A woman, you say, or could it be? Whether she was cold hands from the crack of the stone or had been watching my work, I cannot say. She floated towards me with her hand outstretched. The antlers of a stag adorned her head. Curls stumbled out from the hood of her cloak. Yes, it is, oh my! She was terrifying, but I was too curious to feel afraid. And then she spoke, and her words were... And that's where it ends. The rest of the page appears to be blackened by flame. Well, it's exactly like the ghost story. This poor fool was doing the Jarl's dirty work and then met a Valavich. Could it possibly be our Valavich? I mean, not ours, but you know, the one we saw. Well, yes, it could possibly be the same witch. It's difficult to sort fact from fiction about the Vala, but legend has it these women are ancient. Met Magnus in Stonecutter's Vault, right? What is a splitting maul? Women, as in plural, which is... I mean, I know what is a splitting maul. Come on, you knew there had to be a coven. Good old Magnus, who smashed runestones as a human and helps the druids as a ghost. Go figure. Wow. We're sure to uncover more about the Vala as my research continues. Okay, back to the grind, so to speak. Why don't you kids go participate in some races or something, but Trix and I have some reading to do. We will let you know when we have more information. Toodles. I love how these story snacks are super short and I can do a bunch of them. What's the next one? The Price of Vengeance. Is there anything that we actually have to search for? Or investigate? Great news, kiddies! I finally got my hands on Historia Comprehensiva Maleficarum Yorick. What the The historical Comprehuvia Malorjuatica. Don't they teach you Latin at school anymore? Let's just refer to it as the Big Book of Witches. It is a comprehensive anthology of all known histories, monographs, and research of Yorick's witches. I found a very interesting account of the Vala. It suggests that they migrated to Yorick long ago. Earlier even than John Jarl, perhaps around the same time as the Coulter. Yes, the Coulter! I want to know more about them. I wish Versailles able to actually bring them back. The writer believes a few individual witches, or perhaps a small coven, traveled here from the shores of Finland or the forests of northern Germany. Amazing. Wow. Wow, that's over 800 years ago. But why don't we see them out in the open like Hugh or even P? Excellent question. The answer is also in our comprehensive big book. I'm not sure whose hand wrote this, but it is very old. The style of the language and the writing suggests this is a druid recounting what happened between the Vala and John Jarl. Listen closely to this. And on that dark day, the few remaining Vala gathered deep in the heart of Devil's Gap, their hearts bent upon vengeance and spite for the trespasses committed by John Jarl and his household. They cursed the lands about their mountain retreat, laying a lasting curse upon the once fertile fields and forests that surrounded it. The curse came with a great price. It also affected the health of the wheeled weave and prevented the restoration of life-warden trees. This, combined with the required magic to seal their enclave against intruders, resulted in a strict leash upon the Vala's mobility across Yorick. This confirms what's been long suspected in witchy circles, that the Vala are more or less trapped within the confines of Devil's Gap. I say more or less because there have been reports of strange sightings and events over the years. You know a lot about the Forgotten Fields, right, Linda? Wheeled View, what's that? Has anyone traveled to Devil's Gap? I guess they kind of trapped themselves. The story of the Forgotten Fields is heartbreaking. I doubt that Jarl's people meant to ravage the forest, but in their haste to build Jarlheim, they were not good stewards of the land. They inadvertently cut down one of the primal trees. Yeah, that's the one. We all know that one. I suppose this is what infuriated the Vala. Tragic. Curses are always tragic. You may think me an old fuddy-duddy, but I say it's better to talk things out. By the time John Jarl's great-grandchildren were bouncing babies on their knees, the Vala witches were talked of only as folklore, superstition, and figures used to frighten unruly children. I need to get cracking on collecting more information on the Wheeled Weave. I don't know how to read this. Wheeled is a very old word meaning forest. I think you'll agree that's a very good clue to follow. I'm going to dive back into the stacks. You kids should go out to get some fresh air. Don't get into any trouble now, you hear? Toodles. What in the wheel is this? I think this is like the last story snack. I think I did 3. I think we should have like 4 or 5 story snacks. Welcome back. I made some wonderful progress. Shortly after our last meeting, I found a letter that Beatrix and I believe was written by the great Mississippi Jones. What's cooking? No, really, I'm hungry. I have no time for cooking these days, but we can probably rustle up a tin of cookies after I share this research. I'll read the letter to you. It begins. My dear Cornelia, I have made a peculiar discovery. I haven't deciphered all of its secrets, but I believe I have recovered an archaic chart. But to where or when, I cannot fathom. Sometimes I think I hear a faint buzz or hum, other times a haunting melody or song just on the edge of my perception. Interesting that he heard singing like Annie and I did. When did they... Oh, I know, okay. The letter continues. Last night I could swear that the chart was glowing from inside my satchel, as if lit from within my fiery ink. And when I took it out and unfolded it, the runes and letters seemed to want to spring from the parchment itself. The rest is just mushy stuff, nothing that will help us. Any questions? Chart, like a graph? In this case, the word chart is used for map. From the description, I deduced it was drawn on enchanted paper due to the singing, glowing, and whatnot. You all know who uses enchantments, so I returned to the big Big Bonnie, oh my goodness, to the big book of witches. Sure enough, I found a fragment of a very strange map. Now remember, I taught you the word weald means forest. There is a forest on this map. There are also some locations that seem to correspond to points on the contemporary Yorick map, but they don't line up quite properly. It's very perplexing. If I take off my glasses and close one eye, I can sort of make sense of it. I think the old warden tree stump would be right about here, points. Which means this weald is now the Forgotten Fields. Which brings us back to the Vala. Why isn't it glowing now? Are there any other recognizable landmarks? No, thank you. I don't know exactly what it is we're dealing with, but we're onto something, kiddos. We need to find the entire map. Alrighty, then. Let me see if I can decipher more of this chart or find another piece of it. Run along and enjoy your youth. I'll let you know when I have more information unearthed. Buried treasure. Okay, I think this is the last story snack. Oh good, you're all here. I found another little nugget to share. Well, not a nugget really, a little seed of information. A seed, huh? Yes, this is very intriguing. I discovered a page that was ripped out of a ledger. It was probably written by a city official or druid presiding over the interment of John Jarl. In other words, the person was making notes at his funeral. What are you getting at, Granny? Is John Jarl a metaphorical seed buried in the ground? Goodness, the imagination on you. No, little bee. Keep listening. Most of the items are of your usual sort involved in the burial of a Jarl. Gold, jewels, weapons. Okay. Gold and jewels, huh? Weapons. Yes, my brother is always going on about that. I think he aspires to be a Tomb Raider. There's more information, the account continues, but a thing of great value and great conflict is a small cask bearing the seed of a great tree. Once a giant of the ancient forest, it was felled by the order of John Jarl. What do you make of that? I can see by your expressions that you are arriving at the same conclusion that I did. Obviously, it is the seed of the Sleeping Widow's companion tree. So there you have it, another link in the John Jarl Vala Life Warden Weald view chain. Oh my god. I'm going to dig around some more. Dig around? Go on, get some exercise, shake the dust off, have some fun. I'll let you know when I have more to share, Twiddles. almost gonna level up. Roaming magicians. I think this is another story snack. Well, hello, ducklings. Today I want to talk about some very, very, very early visitors to the area, the Magoi. The what? It's an old Greek word for practitioners of magic, including astronomers, alchemists, and the like. These men and women came to Yorick from the Roman Empire. Mississippi Jones wrote in his letters that he was following the ruins of their aqueduct in search of Nova Alexandria. Nova Alexandria? Yes, does the Library of Alexandria sound familiar to you from your history classes? Or intellectual settlers probably had somewhat grand ideas for their scholarly collections if they were going for a library on that scale. But I digress. Mississippi also wrote about the Horn of Araxa, and that in the pursuit of it he saw terrible things that he did not understand. I have no idea what this horn is. I found no other mention of it in scholarly works. The important thing is that in pursuing it, Mississippi found the library, and it seems like there is more to it than what meets the eye. What brought these arcane scholars and magicians to Yorick? Pandorian energy, life warden energy, a magical energy from a coven of witches? And there was a guy studying a don't remember. I mean, could be all. Right, Pandoria, Aideen, and Vala combined. I do tend to think that as power was drawn here, it multiplied and merged. Yorick is an astounding place. We don't understand the half of it. We need to start acting on this information. We have to get to the Vala, remember? Patience, kiddo. There's just a little more research I'd like to do. Going into dangerous situations unprepared is how terrible accidents happen. I expect the next time I see you, we will have to take action. So get some rest and then pack for an adventure. Okay. Library notice. I think this is the actual quest, but let me check. Okay. No, it's not. Gather round, dearie. It's time for another research report. I can't believe how much information you are digging up. I can't listen to another story. They lull me to sleep. I've taken 4 story-induced naps today already. I think we've read enough. The more stories, or in Alex's case, naps, the better. I see the group is divided. Perhaps you will be interested in one last research note if I jog your memories of the adventures we've had so far. Would you like a recap of events? Yes. Last time you sought a witch to learn more about this mysterious force. P confirmed it was the Vala, which scared her so much she barricaded herself in her swamp. When you came to me for help, I wasn't at home. Oh, no, I was here in the library. With the help of Little B, you soon found your way to me. The Dark Rider Jessica made her appearance, snatching my research papers and riding off. As you chased after the papers, you encountered a Valovich. With my papers back in hand, we could begin researching how to find her again. Linda, I cannot thank you enough for retrieving those papers. We learned a lot during our research. The nature of Life Warden's Galloper Thompson's encounter with the Vala, the curse of Devil's Gap, a network of roots referred to as the Wheeled Weave, Jondral's burial with a Life Warden seed, and the ancient Romans' ventures on Yorick. I believe that catches us up quite nicely. What was the final research note you were going to share with us, Miss H? I was only going divulge the grand explanation behind those mysterious glowing trapdoors around Jorvik. Hold on. I was only going to divulge the grand explanation behind those mysterious glowing trapdoors around Jorvik, but seeing as you don't want to hear, I'll keep that to myself. No, wait, don't listen to these naysayers. Tell us, I want to know. If you insist, I found this explanation in the pages of a fairly newer book, perhaps written in the past century or so. There is no author, and on the cover are 3 words. Ahem. Humans, sis, are you still reading your way around the library? You've got a long way to go. Beatrix, your granny was about to reveal something very important. Can you go play with Concord? Concord and I need adventure. I forgot about this. I forgot about characters. Oh lord. I totally forgot about this whole thing, literally. And that's right. Oh, we need another one. Oh, that's nice. Maybe that's the well of it. Birthday, August 23, Virgo. Home, Fort Maria Library. Birthplace, unknown. Favorite food, snacks, the stranger, the better. Special skills, going undetected, memorizing quotes from books. Hobbies, reading, scavenging, collecting books, and snacks. Relations, Mrs. Holsford, Granny, Beatrix, Raider, Hero. Beatrix has a passion for books and the stories, so it's no wonder she made her home in Jorvik's largest library. She takes periodic trips out of Fort Maria to gather snacks and, more recently, additional reading materials. After discovering that she'd read each and every volume on the vast shelves. Her name comes from the legendary Beatrix Raider book series. Beatrix didn't feel like her birth name suited her much, so she took on the name of her bold and daring hero, whom she thinks resembles her a lot. Beatrix is a capram, a species of small hoofed creatures drawn to places of magic and prone to mischief. What is happening? Flight of the Little Bee. Come on, Linda. You look like you're in need of some fun. Race me. It's me and Concord against you. Oh my goodness. This is fun. Actually, so cute. Right, I had to take a thumbnail picture. I'm glad I didn't lose the race. It's such a fun race, though. I love how we actually race with our character only. That's never happened before. Actually, maybe they should do it more often. It's actually... oh, it's not that long of a race. So cute. Alright. I'm okay. This but a scratch. But wait, what's wrong with this bookshelf? Did it look like that before? Oh, that's a portal. That's a portal. I can't see anything from the sun. Oh my god. Well, it's like till here, right? That's where it moves. I don't know. Okay, this is a portal. I'll be leaving. So we did all the story snacks, and I think that's about it. So, we will check this portal next time. Okay, I'm so excited. Thanks so much for watching, guys, and see you next time. Bye bye. I'll actually continue the quest tomorrow, but I'm pre-recording stuff because I'll be away. So thank you so much for watching, and see you next time. Bye bye. I have to wave again, don't I? Yeah. Bye.